Kai, talk to us a little bit about how the preseason has been going so far.
It's been hot so far, but it's been good. You know, we're getting fit. Almost all the boys are together now, and so we're just starting to get together and played our first game yesterday, and just moving forward from here on out.
What are some of the things that the team's been working on so far in practices?
Mainly just a lot of short-sided possession games. You know, we like to keep the ball. That's how we like to play. So, you know, a lot of running in between, but mostly just getting our passes. You know, getting our touches back because a lot of us have been off for the summer. So, just getting back in shape.
Anybody in particular stepping up right now? Anybody showing you that they really have improved in the offseason?
I mean, Johnny just never stops running, and I mean, all the hype's about him. We all know this, but he proves every day in practice why he's going where he is.
Anything on the schedule jumping out at you? A game that you're particularly excited for?
Going up to Penn State in West Virginia should be a pretty sweet road trip, but also here playing at home. I mean, this is an awesome stadium we've got here now, so just can't wait to play in front of our fans.
That was my next question. Talk to us a little bit about this new facility and what it means to have such a state-of-the-art place to be calling home.
I mean, there's no excuses. You know, we've got a perfect field. Locker rooms are right next to it. I mean, you just can't complain. It's awesome.
Andreas, talk to us a little bit about the preseason and how it's been going so far.
We've been in for a week now. It's been pretty tough, but everybody knows we need it. It's going to be a long season, so everybody's excited to get going now. It's been really good so far.
What are some of the things the team's been working on during practices?
Endurance, obviously, which is always a big part of preseason. But we already got some touches in. We already got a game in, fortunately a win. So we're ready to go.
Anything different about the season this year, especially you now being an upperclassman? Do you take on more of a leadership role, or have you always been a leader?
You know, as a goalkeeper, you're always a leader. It's self-explanatory, but this year as an upperclassman, of course there's more responsibility on my shoulders too, but I like that.
What are some of the specific things that maybe you guys are working on more than anything else in this preseason?
Well, the first couple of days was mostly fitness. We run more aerobic, get used to the climate again. And then this past week has been more about our team shape, getting back in the ball, and working a little patterns between the defense and the offense, and try to get back the whole team in the same mentality to be ready.
As a senior, this is your last season. You look at it a little bit differently this time, or is it just business as usual?
It's a little bit differently. Every time I go out there, it's like this might be one of my last practices, so I try to work as hard as possible every day, and then try to enjoy it as much as I can because this is it. It's my last year with Stetson, so.
Maybe putting a little bit extra effort, trying to get that championship maybe in your final year?
Yes, I want to come out with 2 rings, be the first generation doing that, so, and live here with all these new facilities where everything would be great to have another championship.
I need to congratulate you on not only last year's Defensive Player of the Year in the conference, but this preseason you were named Preseason Defensive Player of the Year in the ASUN. Talk a little bit about how it feels to know that the coaches admire what you do on the field.
Well, it's a great honor, but also it puts a little bit of pressure because you have to keep that and work harder, and they know they're gonna know you and they're gonna try to exploit my weaknesses. So I have to work on what I'm not as good at, so I can get better in every game and help my team mostly. That's the most important thing.
What are you most looking forward on the schedule? Any games jumping out at you that you're excited for?
Every game. It's like I told you my last season, every game counts. So hopefully we can beat the first 2 games and then come here home, open up against Jacksonville, go to Houston, win that one. So every game counts from now on.
Thank you.